Welcome to EVE Online, I'm Major Freak. So something interesting about salvagers that you might not know, it took me a while to figure out. Now, I have a Noctis set up for salvaging. I accidentally left my mobile tractor unit behind, but I have tractor in the high slots, all 8, and I just target 8, and then I tractor them all inbound, and I use salvage drones to do the salvaging. And it works pretty damn good. Now, the problem is that you're like, well, it sucks because, you know, I order them to salvage and they can't help but go after one target, and then once they've salvaged it, they go idle again. It's really annoying. I'm trying to do the mission at the same time, and I have to bounce back and forth between my salvager and my missioner, and it takes too long, and it's driving me nuts. So what you do is, before you start tractoring, you launch your drones, and you order them to salvage. You don't need a target. And when you do that, they'll do all the wrecks automatically without pausing. Okay? So that's the trick. So yeah, that's how you efficiently do it. And all you do is, during, you know, you target an enemy and you start shooting at it, and then you go back to your alt and, you know, you set up this, you know, you first bit, you target them, and you go back to your main, and you come back and you tractor, and, you know, you've got your MTU launched, and you're sitting there at the next gate waiting to go through, and that's doing the targets that are more than 100 kilometers away. And so you're tractoring in these, and you, of course, get your hotkey to, I believe it's combat, and you scroll down, unlock all targets. I do it backspace. And yeah, you just go on to the next one. Everything's sorted, and they're doing their work. Your MTU's doing its work. It's scooping up all the loot, and, you know, especially the cargo, you know, everything works great. And yeah, it's, of course, if you forget it, then the MTU's, it's a bit annoying because the MTU simplifies the process of scooping the loot. You only have one thing to take in your cargo at the end of the day. It makes it much simpler because your main focus should be on
warp drive active,
doing, you know, the missions. Now, of course, as commenter had mentioned, and I replied a couple of times, that yeah, I mean, if you have a salvager tagging along that you're controlling, it makes it completely useless in the ISK LP per hour, because you're not able to blitz, you know, because you need to clear the site. What, you know, as you're, you know, you could bookmark all this stuff and then have your salvager to do it later.
Docking permission
right, you could do it that way, or you could get Synergy, a corporation, I believe it's still in operation, to salvage it for you, but I don't think they'd want to salvage just 1 or 2 wrecks per, right? Anyways, the point is that it's a wonderful little system. Hopefully that makes it a little more efficient for you, but at the same time, you've got to realize that this is not the most efficient way of gaining ISK. You're not going to make a lot of ISK. There are certain very valuable wrecks you need to loot, if, say, to get those ever precious LP tags that are used in LP creation. So yeah, right, so those are incredibly worth salvaging. Mostly everything else isn't really, compared to blitzing the mission and getting the LP reward. And that's where most of the ISK for running missions come from, LP. So, right? But anyways, some people enjoy this. I kind of do. It's kind of fun. You know, what can you get? You know, but yeah, MT. Of course, the MT would make this a lot easier and a lot less click intensive, so you can actually be doing your main. Do. There we go. And I'll go on to the next one and complete the mission.
Warp drive active.
Complete mission. Okay, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. And of course, when you complete the mission, it doesn't immediately evaporate the site. You're still in the site. Yeah. That's why I like tagging along with my salvager behind me, so I don't have to deal with bookmarks, which is another thing you have to manage, right? Acceleration gate is simple. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll get started on doing that. And yeah, anyways, yeah, MTUs are a lifesaver in this situation. I just forgot it at home.